Bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. I don't say yo, I just say bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. Bitch, I'm a bird. Go.
Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a drugstore, all drugstore, completely from the CVS. What else is another name of a drugstore? Walgreens. Does Ulta? Can Ulta be a drugstore? I mean, they got a drugstore side. Yeah. Ulta could be a drugstore because I did get some of this stuff from Ulta, but on a drug. Anyway, we're going to do an all drugstore. I don't want to say inexpensive because honestly, one of these concealers was like $10. $10 entire dollars for a concealer. So I don't want to say inexpensive because the drugstore has stepped it up a notch. One of the foundations was about $15 or $16. So, but you can get all of these products that you will be seeing from your local drugstores. Sometimes Ulta and Sephora could be overwhelming. You walk in and it's just like, what do I do? What do I get? So I and a few of my followers, when I say a few, I mean more than one, less than five, suggested that I do a full drugstore beat. So here we are. If you guys have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. That's it. Just click. And then turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss the upload. All right, let's moisturize these lips a little bit because, yes, this is from the drugstore too. Don't try to play me. It's Blistex. So let's get started. First things first, we have to prime our face. I honestly could not find any popping serums in the drugstore. Like, I didn't even want to come in here and lie and be like, oh, look what I found. But I do have some inexpensive serums that I copped from TJ Maxx. These are less than $10. No, you're not going to focus? Wow. This is the glow serums. These are all the serums from Valjean Labs. I got this actually from Marshalls. It was $6.99. But I am not even going to try to incorporate it because I did say drugstore. So I'm not going to incorporate any of that. But I did wash my face. I'm going to go straight in and put on a moisturizer. I'm going to use the Cocoa Butter Heal and Softens 24-hour moisturizer. I think this is for dry. Boom, boom. Provides solid hydration. This unique formula melts into the skin. It doesn't specify for dry. It relieves dry and rough skin. If you have oily skin, I don't think you can use this because it is specified for dry skin. But it doesn't leave like a significant oil residue. But I have not found a super good moisturizer from the drugstore, to be absolutely honest. I mean, I heard the Garnier Hydro Boost is pretty good, but it was $17. $17. That's a little bit pricey. So I left it right on that goddamn shelf. So sorry. So sorry. But I do have this cocoa butter that I use pretty often. As you can see, my finger is all dug through. Oh, you can't even tell, but it's a big hole in the middle from digging my finger in it. I like to use it on my lips and stuff and under my eyes because I do get dryness, a lot of dryness under my eyes. So there we go. We're moisturized. So now we're going to go on to prime the face. I don't own a lot of drugstore primers. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Y'all know I am a little stuck up when it comes to the skincare sides, and I do not own a lot of drugstore primers. And when I was going through the aisles, I didn't really see anything that jumped out at me. But at home, I do have the Covergirl Full Spectrum All Matte Ambition Primer. I used this about 3 or 4 times, and it's actually pretty freaking good. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to prime my face. And it is pretty matte. It goes on like a lotion, but the lotion does have a matte finish. And this feels really nice on the skin. And it held up pretty well. I can't even lie. It held up pretty well. I don't know the price tag on it. I will try to insert prices in the description box, if not on the screen. I always say I'm going to add something on the screen. I be lying. Because, child, I be getting through editing and I be like, add it on the screen. I don't got time. When it came down to drugstore foundations, I do have some favorites. Maybelline Superstay is a really good one. I did hear they expanded the shade range because originally, child, them shades was pretty bad. Maybelline Fit Me is also a good one. The matte and poreless is a really, really great. I think almost everybody who has ever done makeup owns a Maybelline Fit Me. NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. Beautiful. And then one of my favorites is the Loreal Infallible Fresh Wear. It's a 24-hour fresh wear. I love this foundation. I am the shade Hazelnut. I was about to say Walnut. I'm the shade Hazelnut. I'm a really, really big fan of this. When it comes to drugstore foundations, this is one of my top favorite ones. After this, I will say NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. So, no, I would say NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop and then this. But I don't have any Can't Stop Won't Stop. And they didn't have my shade in the Ulta. So, we just going to use this. But this one would definitely be my second favorite on the list. So, I'm just going to pump out a few pumps onto my hand. I should have shook it up. Few pumps onto my hand. Whoa, whoa, hold up. And I'm going to use, this is also from the drugstore, the Real Techniques Instapop brush. So I'm just going to put a few of the dots all over my face. The foundation is a little bit on the watery side, but it blends out beautifully. Like, it's definitely one of my favorites. The only thing that scares me a little bit is the fragrance. So if you do have sensitive skin, you probably want to pump on to the underside of your wrist to just check for any, what do you call it, like if you're allergic. You just want to swatch test it on your skin first. So I'm going to blend this out. I would say the coverage is medium. Buildable coverage is definitely not a super full coverage foundation. I think that's why I like it. Some of the drugstore full coverage foundations, they look a little stiff almost on the face, especially if you have my skin type. My skin type is combination. I have some oiliness in my T-zone and some dryness under my eyes. So sometimes the full coverage drugstore foundations are really, really stiff. They're not flexible and they look kind of cakey on my face. So I really love this Fresh Wear foundation because of the coverage is buildable and I can layer it on, build it up as build up the coverage as I go. And it's a very beautiful finish. Okay, now that we have it all blended out, you see how fresh it's like. Yes, I have on foundation, but at the same time I don't look like a cake face. So it's a beautiful foundation for those who like you know, to cover blemishes and even the skin tone, but at the same time you don't want to look casket ready. It's a perfect summertime foundation. Perfect, perfect. So next we're gonna go on to let's do eyebrows. Let's do eyebrows because right now I look crazy. I feel like I need to get my brows done so y'all can really you know. The LA Girl Shady Brow Pencil in the shade Blackest Brown is definitely my thank you. Focus. Like, move a little bit faster. Definitely my favorite drugstore pencil. So, when it comes to what I look for in a brow pencil, I don't like it to be too waxy. I like it to be like, where's my words? I need my dictionary. Like, I just don't want it to be too oily. Certain pencils, they're either way too waxy where you have to press so hard to get the pigment to transfer onto your skin, or it's too oily that when you are done, your brow looks like an oil mine and it just looks too shiny and it gives that nasty, ugh. You guys know what the hell I mean. I think y'all know what the hell I mean. So this is the perfect brow pencil, and it's only like $6, or I think it's like $5 or $6. And you can get it at Ulta or pretty much anywhere they sell LA Girl. It's the same people who's behind the LA Girl Pro concealers that were really cool until they decided to raise the price up to $5. And they kind of just fell off the earth. You don't really see too many people use them anymore. But this is a great, y'all see how nice and beautiful it's filling in my brows? Ooh, sis. It gives you that nice fleek. You could apply more pressure towards the tail to make it darker. And then just use really light strokes towards the front to give it a nice fat. Look at that shabrow. What? What, $5? Yes. So yes, this is definitely my favorite brow pencil. So now I'm going to use some concealer to clean up the bottom of my brows. This is my favorite drugstore concealer. It is the LA Girl, not the LA Girl. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. It is super mattifying, super full coverage. Definitely my favorite when it comes to drugstore concealers. Clean up the bottom of my brows. This is the shade Walnut. I will only use this at the bottom. I'll use foundation at the top of my brow because you know you don't want no halo brows. Whatever you use at the bottom is pretty much what you use to highlight your face, because you like a little underbrow highlight to give yourself a freshly, look like you got that fresh brow wax. Okay, my brows are now cleaned up. Real cute drugstore brands. But okay, let's clean up, not clean up. Let's conceal under the eyes. I'm going to take the same L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. This is the shade Walnut. It is a little tiny bit light. Wow. Like, I was shook when I first got it. I was like, oh my God, these are so full coverage. So I'm just going to blend this out. Okay, setting powders. There are not many to choose from in the drugstore. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's not a lot of setting powders to choose from in the drugstore. I have to say my favorite would be the Black Radiance loose setting powder. This is in the banana. A lot of people say that it causes flashback. I find that it doesn't necessarily cause flashback, but then again, I don't bake. I just apply a light amount of powder under my eyes and then dust it off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a beauty blender and I'm just going to take a little bit of the powder onto the beauty blender. And I'm just going to tap it and push it into the concealer. I'm going to use the foundation sticks. I'm going to use the shade, not that one. That is the darkest one. Yes, this one. I am going to use the shade. It doesn't say on a stick. It says it on the bottoms, but I got all the bottoms mixed up. But I do believe this is Cocoa Bean. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to use it to contour my face. Now I'm going to take the Sculpt shade from the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, light to medium. And I am going to... And I'm going to set down my contour and just use circular motions to soften the contour line up. Now we're going to take a little blush. I am going to use the Full Spectrum Covergirl cheek palette. This is the one, it says Bronze Flame. That's the color. And I'm going to put a little blush on my cheeks. Okay. I forgot how pigmented this blush is. Do y'all see my cheeks? Bitch. You done put, look, please look. I look like my grandmother. Let me blend this out. Oh. Wow, I forgot how pigmented. Like, normally when you think of drugstore, you like, oh, this is gonna be ashy. I forgot how pigmented the CoverGirl full spectrum line is. So I'm just taking a powder brush. There's nothing on here, and I'm just gonna soften it up and blend. Okay, when it comes to drugstore eyeshadow, I do own a few palettes, gratefully from CoverGirl. I own a few of their eyeshadow palettes. So, when it comes to drugstore eyeshadow, I know y'all like, oh my god, what can I buy, like, as far as eyeshadows? The CoverGirl line is really, really good, especially the full spectrum line. Really pigmented. I'm gonna use this one. And it is the CoverGirl Revolution eyeshadow palette. It's actually really, really, really freaking pretty. We're gonna take the first shade, and it's gonna be called Brazen. Where's my finger? Right here. We're gonna take the shade Brazen, and we're gonna take a little bit of that on a brush. This is also a crown brush, and we're gonna take that and we're gonna use that as our transition. As you can see, it's pretty pigmented. I'm really proud of CoverGirl because honestly, when it comes to drugstore eyeshadows, my first thought is Ash Factor on 12. But I actually have not come across one of the palettes that I own from CoverGirl, and I cannot even use the word ashy. Next, I'm going to take the shade Ruthless. My finger on it. The shade Ruthless. Put that right in the crease, just to darken it up a little bit. And another shadow. Beautiful. Almost no fallout. And pigmented. Yes, CoverGirl. So now we have our shades. Now we're going to do something. Now we have our shades. We're going to do a bit on the outer V. We're going to take the shade Showdown. We're going to take the shade Commotion. And it's like a burnt orange shade, and it has a little shimmer reflex in it. We're going right in there with our finger. You ain't gotta be spectacular. You don't need no fancy brush. Oh, it looks real sultry. And now I'm also gonna take the shade Legend, which is a gold, and I'm gonna put that right in the inner corner. Yeah. CoverGirl. Easy breezy beautiful. Wow. The Revlon So Fierce mascara is definitely one of my favorite drugstores mascaras. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that. On my lashes. Next thing we have to add is lashes. The Kiss lashes. Bomb ass drugstore lashes. We have the Kiss Lash Couture Triple Push Up on this side. And then we have the Lash Couture Mink Collection. I am going to use this one right here. It is in the shade Gala or Gala, however you want to say it. Okay, now let's do some lips. These are the L'Oreal. Boop. The L'Oreal, it doesn't have much of a name on it. It just says L'Oreal Paris. That's it. But it's in the color I Stand. And we're going to put that all over our lips. Now let's spray some setting spray. When it comes to setting spray, my favorite setting spray so far is this Milani Last Matte Setting Spray. I also use the other one, the Make It Last. This one is actually mattifying. It's supposed to last up to 16 hours. Definitely want to shake it up And we're going to spray our face. I love the sprayer on that. It sprays so evenly and doesn't like shoot out and leave those splashes on your face. It's a great, great, great sprayer. We're going to highlight. I'm also going to use the CoverGirl Full Spectrum in Bronze Flame. And I'm going to use this shade on the end to highlight. Oh! Y'all see how pigmented that is? Baby, 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 baby. Don't you know that you're so fine, babe? I should probably never sing, but whatever. So guys, there you have it. Full face. Drugstore beat. So you definitely don't have to, you know, stress yourself out in the Ulta aisle trying to figure out what the hell to buy, because Ulta and Sephora can be severely overwhelming and really expensive. You can just walk the aisles of your CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, and you can be just as beat on a budget. So if you guys like these types of videos, please make sure you comment down below. Make sure you let me know what else you would like to see, because when I tell you I run out of ideas, I run out of ideas. And if you haven't subscribed and you watched this far, you already know how I feel. Get you some hair oil for that dry head. And I'll see you guys next time.
Tim's hoe, silkies, got beef and broccoli, got tracksuits, broccoli, got swipes, hoe, not me, birds in the trap line, birds on the phone, birds in the coop with that hookah and Patron, birds in the trap line, birds on the phone, bitch, I'm a bird.